Hey class, Absolute 5 here, and today we're going to talk about, well, not shapes, polygons. Polygons. Now, which is pretty much our shapes. We're going to talk about 5 shapes. Specifically, there's one special one I'll save at the end. So we're going to talk about the first 4 shapes that I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with. We know the square. We know the triangle. I'll try to make it look like at least an equilateral triangle at least. We got ourselves a nice juicy rectangle, which is really 2 squares if you really think about it, and a nice circle. Now, all these are polygons of the sort. Why? Because they don't have any open parts to them. So let's say, for example, I were to draw this circle, but I didn't finish it. I didn't fully close it. That's not a polygon. A polygon, it has to encompass the entire shape, and it cannot leave any line segments that are opened. So therefore, that's not a polygon. Okay, let me erase that. Why am I mentioning this? I'm mentioning polygons, specifically shapes. I'm making them because we're going to talk about their perimeters, their areas, the perimeters and areas, pretty much. Specifically then, but the circle will have their circumference and its own area. So let's go with the square real quick. I'm gonna need some space for this one. All right, let's hurry up. Square. What's the perimeter of the square? Basically, you just add up all 4 sides, or basically it'll be 4 times s. The area for a square is s times s, or s squared. So for example, if I were to say I have a square, this is 3, the perimeter would be 3 times 4, which would be 12. Let's give it a value, inch. And the area of this square of 3 will be 3 times 3, or basically A would be, oopsie, let's put 3 again. 3 times 3 is 9 inch. So remember, perimeter means it sums up all the sides of the polygon, and the area is inside the polygon. So it's like this shaded region here you're looking for area. Okay, now rectangle. What is the formula? What is the perimeter and the area of a rectangle? Perimeter, some people might have forgotten, as it's 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now, here's the thing. The length is actually the longer piece. It's not the shorter part going up. So in reality, this longer piece is the length, and the part going up is the width, because it's the shorter end of the rectangle. So real quick, let's say I said this is 4, this is 5. So my perimeter would be, so my length would be 4, so it would be 2 times 4. 2 times 4 plus 2 times 5. My perimeter would be 8 plus 10. We'll just call it m as the measurement. So then my answer for the perimeter would be 18m. The area now for the rectangle is what? I'm pretty sure most of you guessed it already, the length times width. So basically, I would just take 4 times 5, and my answer would be 20 meters. Okay? With me so far? Good. Next shape will be the triangle. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you might have forgotten what the perimeter of the triangle is. Some of you are already guessing 1/2 base times height. No, that's not it. You're thinking of that as the area. 1/2 base times height. That's the area. So we know the base would be here and the height would be here. 1/2 base times the height. The perimeter actually is just basically you just add up all the sides as well. It'll be side A plus side B plus side C. So if I were to ask you for this unusual triangle, let's say this is 3, this is 1, this is 2. And the middle part would be 4. This is not drawn to scale. Basically, you add up all the sides here for the perimeter, and I'd get this as A. So A. P equals 9, not A. I didn't give a measurement, it's fine. Now A here for the area would be 1/2. The base here is 2, because that's what this is here. Try to draw a little arrow. This is 2, and my height is 4. These two cancels, and I'm left with 1 times 4, so my area would just be 4 as my final answer. Okay, good. All right, now we're moving on to the circle. What is the perimeter and the area? Well, sorry. See, I screwed it up. Not the perimeter. Circles don't have perimeters. They have circumference. Why is that significant? Because they have a smooth, round shape. It's like a bowl. It's circular. That's why it's called circumference. It's like a circle, like the sun. It's circular, like a pie. You know, what's the formula for that anyway? Some people might say pi times r squared, and I tell you no. That's the area. You're thinking the area again. Whoop. Sorry, guys. The circumference actually depends on what you're given. It could be pi times the diameter, or it could be pi, it could be 2 pi r. Why is that significant? Why are there two different formulas here? Why is there two? Because the circle actually can be measured by two ways. The long line segment from one point to the other that goes through the center of the circle, it's basically called the diameter. And if a point goes from the center to the other end of the circle, it's called the radius. So that's why when you do the radius, it's going to basically be whatever that value is. It's half the diameter. So basically, you would take a value, you insert it into the pi, well, into your formula, and you calculate what that is. So for example, if I gave a circle with 10 diameter, right, and I want you to find the area and the perimeter, so let's do that. So the circumference here would be 2. Oh, see, I did that wrong. It's not 2. See, I was trying to use the radius one when the whole line segment is 10. So here it would be pi times the diameter, which my diameter I know is 10, and my pi, you could just use the first 2 digits of the pi, which would be this, 3.14 times 10, I would get 31.4, whatever the value is for that, and a will be pi times r squared. What's half of 10? 5. Why? Because remember, the radius is half the diameter. So to figure that out, it would just be divide that by 10. So we know this is 5. Therefore, it will be 3.14 times 5 getting squared, which would be 25. Well, order doesn't matter, honestly. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to erase this. It would be 3.14 times 25. Let's actually calculate that real quick. 25 times 3.14, 0. We're going to do this live. 0, 0, 0, 2, 10, 0, 0, 0, 5, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 1, and that would be 7 plus this. 0, 0, 0, 5, 8, 7, and I move the decimal place over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer would be 78.50 as my final answer. Okay, so basically I wanted to get to the 5th shape, but I won't have the time for it to do it right now. I'll make a separate video just for that shape because it's very, it deserves its own video. And I'll give it a little spoiler. It looks like an L. And you can actually calculate the area and the perimeter of that shape. So stay tuned for the next video on that one. So that's the video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Mash the bell button for more content. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. This has been Absolute 5. I'm Roger Palomino. Math is infinite because there are infinitely many possibilities. And don't forget, don't hate, calculate.